Today, yes, they will. Today is, because it's the truth, today is August 3rd. It is around 9:15. I arrived a few minutes late because I had a couple of phone calls here. I am in Christopher's room again. It is day 2.
Day 2, August the 3rd.
Right. When I walked in, you were telling me about tell me quickly about what you saw on the television before we start with
What
the
I've
dreams.
been watching on television today is the Queen Mother in Buckingham Palace, her not being well, a bomb in London and the hole in the ground that it blew.
Right.
Because when you do a bomb like that, you get a crater.
Right.
There's been a guy who lost his memory from Germany. And in part of my dream, when I was somewhere, I couldn't remember where my car was.
Right.
He is staying in this hotel. Yesterday, after you dropped me off, I went to a hole in the ground expecting to be able to swim in it, but it was closed. So I brought my towel back up here, and I decided to go into the bar. And I'm sitting in the bar, and I'm talking to a man who just was there. Hi, you're from England, because my accent attracts attention.
Right.
And he said to me that he was with this guy who had lost his memory. And I said, oh, that was funny. I said, I was dreaming last night about a guy who'd lost his memory and couldn't remember where his car was. He couldn't remember anything. Was. I said, but that was in London. And then I was telling him about the Queen or the Queen Mother and all of that. And then they put the television on in the bar onto a news channel because he wanted to watch his bit on the news about this guy who'd lost his memory from Germany. And then we watched a bit of that. And then I asked him what he did, and he said, I'm an iron worker. He said, I make gates and railings, but I also do steel erecting and things like that.
Okay, so virtually everything that happened in the dream, it was also taking place in your life.
Also taking place in my life, yeah.
As well as at the place that we went.
Well, when we went to that place yesterday, I did find a sign that said iron something.
That's right.
And I said to you, I don't think it's that.
Right, that's what you said.
I actually don't think that's enough.
That's what you said.
Because that's just, it's not big enough.
Right.
It has to be more.
Exactly.
But the blowout, and I just then drank 3 whiskeys and came up to my room, the guy is called Schwartz.
Oh, right. That's right. I forgot the name of the guy, Schwartz. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, listen, you're going to put all this down to paper.
Oh,
every single
bit.
And you're going to do it. And you're going to do it right away. You're not going to wait for next week. I'm going to take you back this afternoon and you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to screw around. You're not going to talk to more people. You're going to write this stuff down. Okay. But what we must do, because I have to call Bill Simon.
It'd be better to use your tape.
Okay, well, we'll use my tape. Then
we want to do this.
Yes, we need to go through
now,
the dream
as this
business.
is starting to fall apart, this binder, today I suggest that we just buy a ring binder to put it in to hold it together.
Right, and then we should number the pages.
And then we can number the pages.
Yes, okay.
All right, but
okay.
I don't think there's any problem with not numbering the pages because electrostatic document analysis would prove which order they were written in, even if somebody was really not believing that. Right, last night.
Okay, sit down.
I'm just going to find a page.
Okay.
Last night, I wrote.
Yeah, let me go photograph this 1 second here. Okay.
Thank you so much. Could you make me write on this paper tonight where I am being taken for test 2 tomorrow? Please, amen.
Oh, that's very nice.
Actually, I like doing it like that because I believe it helps.
I agree, and especially being gracious and thankful.
It helps.
Okay.
The first thing I've written down is shops and workshops and a driveway and signs on buildings, illuminated signs. This is all to do with business premises.
Okay.
Like a garage or a workshop or a fabrication shop or something like that.
Okay.
And then there were like canopies, but the canopies had more than one meaning. There were canopies that you pulled out like sunblinds from the buildings, but there was another meaning to that I'm not sure about.
Okay.
But then there were cylinders, and then I looked at one cylinder, then I looked at a block of 4 cylinders.
Okay.
I don't know whether that means an engine, but it may do. And these things are heavy. And Susie says, I would remove the connections from the back of the machine if I were you, because it dialed up the wrong number. Now, yesterday I thought I'd got myself into a hole if I got it wrong, and other than that, I was going to be taken to a hole in the ground.
Okay.
This is some kind of funny little thing that Susie's obviously likes doing.
Okay.
She obviously likes giving me something and then taking it away again and leaving me completely unsure at this point.
Okay.
I'm not sure why she's doing that, but it's quite
Okay.
funny. And then there was this sort of fabric with cutouts, and I don't know whether we were making something or tailoring something or sewing something. I don't know, but this
Okay.
was... Anyway. And then I'll just read it. Something
Okay.
is said to me by Susie about only half of the folk could be away on holiday. So why is it so quiet? Hardly a call all day. Christopher, Susie here. Before you start any more about today's something to Gary's something, I want to tell him this. After he left you yesterday, something off to was this is written very difficultly in the dark, more or less. Off to his talk, etc. You told him you were going to lay by the pool. Correct. Tell him it was closed. Tell him you took a towel. Tell him it is a hole in the ground. Did it have any water? Tell him you met because it was closed, and for that reason something sat in the bar. Oh, you sat in the bar. You met the Iron Man, Mr. Schwartz. Tell dearest Gary you got talking to him, and tell him what you learned and what you saw on TV while you were talking. We've actually done that already.
Okay.
Then remind him about where you told him that the reference to iron yesterday was not. We've done that too, what you thought,
Okay.
right? Then ask him how coincidental this all is. Then ask him, but by now you will need to bring him back from the clouds he asked you to take 2 pictures of yesterday morning. About those clouds in last night's dream. Then get the film developed and see. Okay, Christopher, back to where you may be going. But all this is so important. That's why you did not go to Phoenix. And this time you're doing just fine. Something. Christopher, sorry, I forgot. Ask him if this now gives us a 10 for yesterday. Even if you got enough.
Okay.
And then she told me to write this in capitals. When the children of the world are ready to see, we shall lift the veil. Susie and Christopher, August 3rd,
Oh,
2001.
that is so beautiful.
Now remind Gary what today is. August the 3rd, 1960, your 2nd birthday.
Oh boy.
And a veil is made of fabric.
Okay.
Today is your 2nd birthday. This year is the 1st year in the 3rd millennium. Today is your 2nd test, and it's also the 3rd day of the month. So what does 41 mean? Don't ask me.
Okay.
Something using you, I will charge the water about twice as much as the yipper. Okay? It is the insistence on the correct pronunciation of the name that gives this away. Gary will understand.
What was this R? What was this R thing? I saw an R word there toward the bottom. It says reconstruction, reconsider.
The correct
Oh, it's correction.
pronunciation.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, give this away.
It's just that I'm writing this more or
Okay,
less asleep.
I got you. No
listening
problem.
to people
No,
with
no,
eyes
no,
closed.
no problem. Continue.
So there's lots of mistakes in my writing.
No problem.
But I can't. I've
Don't worry.
Not been able to get
Keep,
that
okay,
right.
what is there anything else, more page?
Yeah, sure. This
Keep
goes
going.
on and on, boy. Oh
Let's
boy.
go.
Oh
Let's-
boy.
We got to get it on here because we have to call Bill. So
4 square. Now this looked like some kind of engine again. I
Okay.
don't know what this is all about, but this is some funny looking thing.
Okay.
And it was vibrating and bouncing and shaking and an engine. I don't know. I never seen anything like it before. 4 cylinders, look very strange, almost like some kind of generator between my legs. But between my legs has got a box round it. So maybe it's between your legs, or maybe I'm standing over it, or maybe something else. We have to look at
We'll
that
see.
in another way. And there's a yard and a driveway and some workshops and some workmen and someone hoots his car horn and he gets out of some kind of pickup or something, and there's an argument and we have to keep quiet.
Okay.
And then I'm back in England where I work,
Okay.
and I'm with the man who owns the building, my friend, Mr. Zukas, the boss,
Okay.
the chairman of the company. And I'm looking out of the window, and he drives in his Rolls Royce. Well, it's a Bentley actually,
Okay.
a brand new Bentley Mulsanne Turbo,
Gotcha.
whatever it is. And I have to let him back into the building, but there's no lights on in this building. But he actually comes in with me into the darkness. I just hope something doesn't happen to him.
Okay.
And dark this room, someone wants to be let in. And a bowl with shitloads of money. I don't know what I'd do with that. But there was this like bowl full of money.
Okay.
And then she said, Susie Smith and Christopher Robinson, Foundation of Light and Truth.
Oh boy. Light and truth?
Light and truth.
Light and truth.
Yeah, light and truth.
That's very significant. You don't know why.
No, I've no idea.
Okay,
I
light
was
and truth.
just writing down what she was
Okay.
telling
I'll
me
tell you about it later. Just keep going.
in this sort of half sleep.
I understand. Light and truth. That's very interesting.
But
Keep
this
going.
is, I've had these type of dictations before, but this is about as heavy as it's got.
I understand. Keep going. That's why you're here.
Anyway, that's,
By the way,
that's it.
that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Now, tell me what you consider to be the fundamentals in these dreams
The
are.
fundamentals are cylinders,
Okay.
fabric, workshops, and premises.
Okay. Say it again. For the fundamentals
Cylinders.
are, yeah.
Engine, motors, engines, something like that to do with these cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
Fabric or fabrication, manufacture, or something to do with
Okay.
taking apart, putting together, something like that.
Right.
Business premises and or workshops, and then there's this thing about a driveway. So we're not going, I wouldn't have thought, to anywhere that's got anything going for it other than it's something to do with everyday things. I'd be very surprised if we don't go to a garage or some kind of workshop or something like that.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, because yeah.
What I'm going to do is now call.
4 cylinders. See, engines have cylinders, but there are other things too. There could be, you know, this is, it's like the holes in the
understand.
ground.
Good morning, Simon Phone. It's Gary speaking. Yes, in fact, I'm ready to talk to Bill so that Bill can call his friend. Or her friend. Yeah, his friend's house. Hold on. Thank you, Kitty. You okay? Good. Good morning. We're ready. You can start your tape recorder. And please call your friend and also ask them, of course, to videotape the opening of the envelope and so on. All right, and you'll call my cell phone back? We'll be waiting. Okay, bye. All right. Again, as we've done in the past, when he tells me, I will not tell you.
No, just take me to
I
wherever
will
it
take
is.
you where it's going. I'm going to keep this thing going. So
And I'm going to bring my cameras.
you bring your
Now,
cameras.
last night,
Yeah.
I went through all that, and I didn't know anything about a bomb because it hasn't happened. I think it happened during the night. Okay, this bomb.
By the way, what time did you go to sleep last night?
Oh, I fell asleep about 7 till about 8:30.
Okay.
But I didn't write anything then, and then I went to bed about. I got a picture of the book when I wrote the thing.
Perfect. And what time did you
Around.
wake up? That when you did when you
Oh,
woke
I
up?
haven't been able to sleep since 6 o'clock this morning.
So you wrote this morning at 6?
No, I wrote it before 6, but the last bit was
Okay.
06:35.
So when did you start writing it?
It probably took about about 2 or 3 hours for it all to come in.
Okay, gotcha.
It don't come in like that. It comes in a bit,
It
you
comes
do a
in
bit,
very-
and a bit, and a bit.
Okay.
But once I'm in your sleep thing, you'll see that.
Okay,
Your machines will do that.
okay, that's good.
Now, garage and vehicles or engines coincides with all 3 previous tests for test 2. You know my data from June and July.
Oh, is that right?
Garage, and that coincides.
What I'm concerned about is that you not pay too much attention.
Oh no, I'm not going to. I'm not. That's why I'm not doing it.
Because otherwise you're going to start remembering
Oh yeah.
the road.
No, I only look at it afterwards.
Okay.
After that, when I get that, I look to see. When that's all written, I then look there to see. The interesting thing about yesterday is in my other previous tests,
Yeah.
there was a lake with no water.
A lake with no water?
Yeah. So when you look at all this data later on, you'll be able to play with that.
A lake with no water?
Yeah.
You mean even one of the previous dreams?
Yeah, on the 11th of June.
Of the 11th of June.
Yeah, there weren't no museum though. I really looked for that. There weren't anything that could took me to that.
Wow. And did you...
But they're only bits.
Okay. Did
And
you
you
really
can't use that really.
Okay. No, I understand.
My criteria has been so strict that I only use the fundamentals.
Okay.
The other stuff's a whole heap interesting,
Right.
but I'm my fundamentals. I went to a hole in the ground. Yes, I really did. So if I stick to my very strict criteria, otherwise I'll start believing these guys with yippies and all the rest of it.
Right.
And I don't do that. I took pictures when he was there. There was something that I couldn't explain. There ain't nothing in my pictures. I believe he can charge it. I don't believe it's nothing to do with no yippies. I do believe that if we did it with me, that experiment, as Susie has asked, you'll get twice the reading.
Okay.
And that will be fascinating
Okay.
if we do that
Then we're
today.
going to. Because Susie recommended.
She said we should do that.
Okay. Now, did you, by the way, when you were having this dream, did this feel like just a dream, or did it feel like Susie
And she was
really
sitting
there?
by the side of me, just talking to me. And she's a little lady, isn't she? She's not very fat. She's
Well, what?
anyway. Because the bed didn't move down much.
That's
when she
okay.
got up.
She was thin when she was younger. Hello. Good morning again. Okay. I thank you very much. I cannot say anything, as you know, so I can't convey anything. I will take Christopher to the site, and when we're done, I will call you and I will give you our rating for the record, okay? Is everything else okay? Oh, wonderful. How does it look? Oh, good. I can't wait to read it. Thanks, Guy. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, let's go.
Let us go.
I'll leave the book here as we normally do.
Let us go.
But I had a whole load of cylinders or garage or petrol tanks and a whole heap of stuff from my ones back in June.
We are now here. I am recording. This is the very first place that I was taking him. It is in Tubac.
I'll shut
It
this
is-
down, yes? Gary,
What?
close the hood of this.
Yes, you just close it. We are here, and the first thing is you'll notice this is a place where things are built, where they are fabricated.
Yeah, fabricated.
What else did you say?
There were cylinders in the ground.
Yes. By the way, we passed some cylinders in the ground,
Oh, I haven't
but you weren't paying attention. Because I remembered that. But these are cylindrical shape, but maybe they weren't column.
We were in like, like a garage, somewhere they make things.
Right, well, we're going to be going inside there because there's a place where they make things back here. We're going to be going to such a place. We're going to a place where they make things, Christopher. Many places where they make things.
Do they mind me making things? Because these are the offcuts.
These are cylinders in relationship to making things.
Yeah, sure they are. Sure they are.
And this is alongside the workshop.
Yeah, I'm sure this is the workshop where we are. There's another cylinder with an engine on it. A funny...
Now, did you say something about an engine with a cylinder?
There was an engine. I said to you, it was sort of either between my legs or, you know, I was sort of...
Well, you can put it between your legs if you want.
No, I don't want to do that. I was sort of standing over it. I don't know. It's difficult.
So you were going to be at a workshop where they were fabricating things...
With cylinders and an engine.
And an engine. And this is the actual artist colony. Now, this is the first one that I plan to take you to.
Uh-huh.
And it says sculpture, and what I don't think I wrote down metal sculpture, but this is the sculpture that I was talking about. And
Yeah.
you know that this is where I drove first.
Yep. That's my canopy that I drew. It actually looks like that in the drawing.
Really?
So that is perfect. Yeah, it's there, and I'm standing underneath it. I've even drawn me a little matchstick man underneath it.
Perfect. Well, we'll go back and we'll confirm that.
Oh, it's there. I promise you. Live here.
And you had this this dream before.
I had this dream on the first time on the 12th of June this year. When
Okay.
I first asked about
And this is for day 2.
for day 2, yeah. So this one goes back that far, I know it does. Now I want you from the clouds.
That's right. Well, you brought me back from the
I
clouds.
wonder if we've got any Indians on here.
Oh, you do. There are Indians in this place, but you didn't have any Indians in your dreams.
No, but I didn't need to because I'm not looking for. Somebody would argue if you had Indians in the dream. Indians are everywhere.
Indians are everywhere in Arizona. Okay.
So you would not have scored it at all.
Right. Okay. This is the
Skeptics
second
would have
place. I'm
pulled it
just
to
putting this
pieces.
down for a record that this is the second place of the metal sculpture that I wish to take you. And there is a workshop in the back with a shed. And that's where I was taking you. That's the theme here. And we will come back here when it opens. But this is the place. And for the record, I'm just saying that I did call Bill Simon and told him that my feeling was that this was a 10. It won't get any better than this.
Well, Susie says you up yesterday's to a 10.
What was this?
Didn't Susie say that you should up yesterday's to a 10?
Yes, and
Because
she,
of the Queen and all
yes,
the stuff.
oh, no. Oh, well, if I add the Queen,
Yeah.
right, there's no question that that's a 10. But I wasn't taking you to the Queen.
No, no.
Your day, yes, your day was a 10. Your day was a 10 plus.
You're quite excited, aren't you? that
I am so close. I am so excited. I mean, I may have to become a believer. I may have to become a believer as a scientist.
Well, that's what I came here to do, show you it was true.
Yeah, you're going to force me to believe it, aren't you?
I am.
This is Tuvok. This is number 3 in my list. Again, you see all of the sculpture. It's metal sculpture.
This is nice.
It's all sculpture.
This is very nice.
It was nice. It's all sculpture. And there's one other place which I'm not going to tell Christopher, but it's another piece of information that's in his dream, which he will see when he enters the store. But I'm not going to tell him yet, because it's for him to tell me whether he sees it. But this was, when Bill was reading it to me over the phone, I knew that this was the place. At least it was the first choice. And I think there's a workshop back there in a shed. Again, here is sculpture. See, this is all the sculpture here.
See, these are actually fundamentals too. My little verandas, my little canopies.
Yeah, you saw canopies, right? And here's all this.
So it's a fundamental, the same as the workshop and the fabrication. So it's very good.
Oh, that's fine, but if you just want to take them for your own
No,
personal use.
no, I won't do that. I'll respect his
Asian man in here the other day, and I was trying to.
Well, you've got to be careful with them
I
because
know, I was saying.
they really do things like
Yeah, I was
that.
saying, no pictures, no pictures.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at me
I work with Scotland Yard, so I'm hardly likely to suddenly become a metal fabricator.
That's fine.
So, wonderful.
Again, it's just more sculpture.
Yeah, more make.
Because remember, more made. And we'll go in here.
Wow, Don. Wow.
That's how I work on a lot of murders. I mean, there's a whole things we can go into later on, and how you work. But
Right. Lots of things made, huh?
oh yeah, fabrication, even cloth. I said tailors. I've even got something to do with the sewing and tailoring.
Yes.
Everything.
Now,
It's a
now
whole range of fabrication, a whole
that's
range
right.
of making things.
Now you got it. What I was looking for, and I haven't found the precise store that I was going to take you to. What I remember of that store, Christopher, is the fabric.
The fabric, yeah.
And the fabric that you saw that you wanted to buy one of those rugs,
Yeah.
that's precisely the Mexican weaving that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tell you that to me
Yeah.
was part of the reason I give it a 10.
But it's still part of the fundamental because
That's what I said.
It's all fabric.
Exactly.
I mean, you can call metal fabric if you're fabricating it. Fabric just means that you make something from it.
Right.
Fabricate from fabric. Doesn't have to be a particular fabric. Yeah, I'll show you that.
I know it's there. We'll review it when we get back.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Are you from Venice Beach?
No, I'm from London.
Oh,
I was in Venice Beach at the weekend. That's
Isn't that
where I go. It was quite fun. I've got some friends that live right on the beach.
Yeah.
In the apartment block.
I used to live in Marina Del Rey.
Uh-huh.
I'm a native California,
Yeah, nice.
but now I live in Tucson.
Yeah, my friend here lives in Tucson.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll live there too soon, the way things are going.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Well, you never know.
Uh-huh.
My other friend moved to Phoenix not very long ago, and we're on separate paths, but it looks like...
We're back at the primary place where I was taking Christopher with all the construction. We met the man, and Christopher explained to me that he told me that I was going to have to do something with moving my car. You can see that all these water fountains are now, well, let me see if I can find them here. They're now flowing water. You can probably hear them. And I'm going to go in momentarily in the shop. But we are back here, and this is the 10 plus. This is a 10 plus, Christopher, as far as I'm concerned. Let me go inside.
Even the pickup.
I know, go in. This is true veritas here. So we're now inside the shop, and we're going into the work area. Now, didn't you say there was some sort of garage, or what did you say?
Well, garage. There was a shop and a garage.
And you said there was
Fabricated things and sold things.
fabricating things and sold things. And your name is what?
Merlene.
Marlene, and you've been here for how long, did you say?
I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years, but the shop has been here for 20 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Fabulous.
But this is the part that amazes me. This is what just, this is like,
This is the bit that amazes me.
this is, and sir, how long have you been here?
20 years.
20 years.
Yes, indeed.
This gentleman, by the way, Christopher, who I'm filming right now, when this story gets told, your shop is going to be known by many more people
All over the world.
all over the world, which is amazing.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. If I hadn't seen this with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it.
Sounds pretty exciting. It's hard to figure one in such a high status here.
Oh, believe me.
And I've been coming here for years, by the way, but you've never been open.
When I leave, I'll give you a card.
Okay, well, I have
We
a
won't-
card right. Well, that's his card.
Yeah, no, mine's different. Mine will give the game away. So if you're not here, I'll leave it with the lady.
Okay, okay. All right.
So it's important at least that we don't say who I am while you're here.
Right.
Right, not right now, but I promise we will tell you as
We
soon
will
as this
tell
is
you.
done.
Yeah, as soon as
You'll give me a-
Oh, very quickly. Unfortunately, that's the way the experiments have to be.
Very cryptic.
But it's wonderful.
You know what I'm going to do?
You did-
I'm just going to take one of these,
Sure.
because this is a sign of what he did. You want one? Let me
No,
buy
I-
you one.
All right.
This is going to be your take. Each
Mine
of
is
us.
flat one because then it'll go in my case without being.
Okay. So I'm buying you a flat one, and I'm buying me a round one. And then I don't need the scrap.
Yeah, then you don't need the scrap.
Okay.
That's true. You don't need the scrap.
Right, now I don't need the scrap, because this is more important.
Okay.
This is more
I'm
important.
gonna buy something else.
Okay? This is the picture of the scrap, but I'm biting a little something just as a memento.
Okay.
And someday I'm going to come back, and I'm going to buy one of your big fountains. And it's going to be a very good... Do you have more art upstairs?
That's mostly my office up there.
No, your office? Okay.
Okay. Well, I was gonna come in on Thursday instead,
Let's hope
instead of Friday, so you don't have to come in. Okay. And then, we're gonna start the 1800 leaves, because there's no 1800 yucca.
Oh,
So I'm gonna start the leaves on that.
wow, look at these. Are
You know,
these for
instead of going
sale?
straight to the 12s.
Those are models for...
This is, by the way, the adjacent sculpture place, the metal sculpture place, which I love with a passion, particularly the following, which I'm walking over to now. These are, as you can see, these are little javelinas. Ugh. Little javelinas, and they are wonderful. And there's the car sitting in the middle of the street. I'm just going a little bit closer here to get the rest of the artwork. It is around 2 o'clock. We'll have it precisely on the film. It is August 3rd. This is the second day. We have just returned from the second site, which was Tubac, which I had written on the sheet of paper something like an artist colony going to the sculpture, which I meant the metal sculpture, which is where the sculpture is, and a particular sculpture place, which I took you first to, and also I can't remember what else I said, but some other kinds of art and so on. That's what the site was. Now, Christopher, can you go back through this and read what it is that you wrote and what the fundamentals were?
The very first thing,
Well, let me get this. I want to get this back on the video again, so I'll film in, yeah?
there was a driveway with shops and workshops,
Yes.
and there were signs on buildings, and there were illuminated signs, and there were storm covers out the front of the shops, and there were sheets of whatever with windows cut out of them that can be folded up or come folded up. And there were cylinders, and it reminded me of a pet shop back home.
Okay.
The pet shop back home is in town. It's in the little town where I live.
Okay.
And the only thing that I ever bought there was some cages for guinea pigs,
Okay.
which were, but we were going shopping
Mm-hmm.
where they made things. And something, or should there be 4 cylinders in one block? And these are heavy. These were metal cylinders or things like that. We did see some metal cylinders,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not too fussed about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Susie says, I would remove the connections from the back of the machine if I were you, because it dialed the wrong number. I'm not sure about that, but I'm not really too interested in that.
Right.
I'm interested in my fundamentals, which were at the top.
And again, let's repeat what the fundamentals were.
Shops and workshops, a driveway, signs on buildings, some illuminated signs. These are the shops, these are the covers that come out over them. There's me standing in there like a little matchstick man.
Mm-hmm. And what about the making things? Where's that on the
Well,
next page?
this was the fabric and cutting out of things.
Okay, fabric and cutting out things.
Yeah. Funny stuff with cutouts. And then we went into all the stuff that wasn't to do with where we were going really, that Susie's messages about everything else.
Now, where was the garage?
The garage was in the dreams that I asked about this question on the 12th of
Oh, okay. Okay,
June. All of that's there, but not part of this.
okay.
But when Susie was in her sort of philosophical mood, telling me all these wonderful things about what we shouldn't do to spirit world, she reminded me about my birthday, and today being my birthday, so she's given me a wonderful present.
Right.
And she said, and a veil is made of fabric. And I saw things being made and fabricated.
That's correct.
And that's what we saw today.
Right. And I also told you that I was taking you to 2 places. I was taking you to metal stores, metal sculpture,
Yep,
where they build things, fabricate things, and so on, and also to a place where they had linens,
yep.
fabrics.
I bought some of that.
Right.
So it was, but fundamentals, shops, workshops, where they make things, where they sell things,
Right.
and things that are cut out.
That's correct.
And then there's various things, but most of it, after the first page, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about the fundamentals. They come
I gotcha.
the same as they did yesterday. Basin, holes in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the dreams work. You have to look at the fundamentals, and at the beginning of the dream is where it usually sits.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, you said that you had 2 other dreams that were the number 2 dreams, or
Yeah.
3 other dreams where there was something about garages and shops.
Yeah.
And what was that? Maybe you could find those since we've got the tape running.
Right, we've got to go. I started it on Test 2 USA, Where Will I Be Taken? Right?
Okay, and what day was this?
The 12th of June, 01.
Okay, let me go put that in here, yeah?
And there was all sorts of things to do with rings.
Right?
I've actually bought something like that.
Yes, you did.
There were keys. We were untangling things. Now that early on, it's very cryptic and associative.
Mm-hmm.
But we were doing slides and photos. We've just taken the photos into a store for the first time since I've been here, because all the other photos have been digital.
Mm-hmm.
These ones weren't. And there was these like reflectors, things made of metal, silver, aluminum, all made in layers, a very strange looking lamp. It was all to do again with making things.
Right, okay, that's fine.
And,
That's
and cameras and lamps. And in particular lamps.
right.
So
well,
I actually think lamp is still in there somewhere. We haven't got lamp today yet.
I looked at lamps. There were lamps.
Oh
there.
yeah. Well anyway, and we were in this garage and there were 4 pumps, and we drove around in this forecourt, And there were all sorts of things which don't make sense. But
Okay.
that early on,
Right, okay.
again, fundamentals of that was garages and making things in garages,
Right.
with loads of other stuff that went with it. Now the second one for test 2, and it's 6. That's test 10. So then we would have started again just a bit further on. This is all to do with the missing people in Australia. That's not to do with us. Test 1 is here. That was test 1. Test 2. So the second test 2 there's nothing there
Okay.
that I would have said remotely. The fundamentals of that were doctors and hospitals.
Yeah, that's clearly wrong. Okay.
Yeah, that's clearly wrong.
Okay, that's fine. What I'm hoping, just for the record, is that the most accurate information is the stuff
Oh
that
yeah,
comes
well, I'm
in
only
there before.
interested in really this, but I did this for interest.
I understand. No, it's good because it's also good controls.
Yeah,
You'll
it's just
see.
for interest.
Okay. Good.
Just for interest.
All right. We got it.
We got it.
We're now going to take our break. Here we go.